How does capitalism help the poor? Well, what just naturally happens in the free market is products become cheaper, more plentiful, and better, higher quality. So obviously that's good for the poor because it means that something might start out as a luxury item, but eventually it becomes affordable to the lower class, right? And you can clearly see how this is played out, right? The poor in the United States of America, they almost all own refrigerators and televisions. Most of them own computers. You know, most people own cell phones now, right? And cell phones were obviously a luxury item when they were first introduced. They were for the super rich, right? It was a major status symbol to have a cell phone. And then, you know, because people wanted them, there was just demand for these cell phones. So the manufacturers created cheaper cell phones. They came up with better ways of manufacturing cell phones so that they could reach these wider audiences, right? And now we're at the point where most Americans have cell phones. Most Americans actually have smartphones, right? Which would have been, you know, unthinkable, you know, a few decades ago, but now most people have smartphones just because it became so much more affordable. That doesn't happen naturally. People on the left just take this stuff for granted. They just assume, you know, oh yeah, everything's just going to get better and better. Technology just gets better and better and better. So our lives just get better and better. No, it's because of capitalism. It's because people are willing to pay money to buy better products, to replace their products with better ones. That's why. Otherwise, it would not happen. It would not happen, right? Companies are greedy. You accept that, right? Well, if they're greedy and they want to sell lots of products to, you know, the biggest audience possible, well, that means that there's incentive to make everything cheap and accessible and high quality. And you want it to be high quality, right? Because you want people to come back for more business, right? So there's incentive. And obviously this benefits the poor, right? Obviously this benefits the poor. If everyone was neglected, the broader audience, then the poor would have nothing. But no, obviously Walmart and McDonald's prove that you can make lots of money by being accessible to everyone, by having low prices that give you the lowest barrier to entry. Right? You know, these establishments that the left loves to vilify, Walmart and McDonald's. Well, they are the best for the lower class people, right? They've done wonders for the lower class, not just with, you know, providing them with, you know, goods and services, but also offering employment. It's great. It's, you know, what Walmart has done for the world is excellent. It's excellent. And that's why they're so successful and they're able to expand, is because even with their low prices, they still have enough revenue to go get installed in more locations and build more Walmarts, right? And it's a sign of their success. But the left hates them because, you know, when people are willing to pay Walmart for their products and services, and people are also willing to exchange their labor for Walmart's wages, you know, the left just wants to, you know, tell them that this is bad and they're the bad guys. They're oppressing you, which is just, I mean, it's just completely privileged. Sorry to use the term, but it's completely privileged, right? Because people on the left are just looking at it like, oh my gosh, they're working for minimum wage. They should not work for that dollar amount. But it's not their Business. It's not their business. If the wages were so poor, then obviously people wouldn't be working for those wages. But the left doesn't care. You know, they'll happily tell people what's in their best interest. Just not when it comes to, you know, lifestyle. No, then that's your identity. But when it comes to, you know, your economic decisions, oh, the left does not want you to have any agency whatsoever. Okay, capitalism is excellent for the poor, right? That's what's bringing people out of poverty in places like India and China. It's capitalism. It's the free market. Okay, it's not the, you know, the magical totalitarian governments that just magically bring people out of poverty. No, it's free enterprise. It's people being productive and bringing themselves out of poverty.